Alright, so to begin our practice, we will begin in an easy cross-leg position. Now, if you know that you always cross the left over the right, I would like to ask you to try to cross the right over the left so that we can start to really think about creating balance in our body and just doing things intentionally, even as simple as crossing your legs, actually thinking about what you're doing with your body. So try not to tuck the toes right up under the bum, bring them out a little bit wider, give yourself a stronger foundation to sit comfortably in. Place the hands down on the knees and draw the shoulders right up to the ears and then roll them back down the spine. You see how that just elevates you up and hopefully lifts you up a little bit through the neck. Just really see yourself grounding down through the bottom and the sit bones, but lifting up through the top of the head. And then gently close the outer eyes and just begin to bring your awareness and your focus just onto your natural breath to begin. Without judgment, without monologuing or analysing it too much, just feel how your body naturally waves open and contracts as you breathe, this natural wave-like motion from your body that is 90% water. And now let's start to make that breath more intentional. I want you to visualise sending your inhale right down your windpipe, down into the lower bowl of your pelvis. So as you inhale, it's like a warm light begins to glow and widen in the lower pelvis, relaxing all of those toilet organs, spreading everything out wide. And as you exhale now, drawing in and up from the lower core, following that sensation as it draws up the front of the body and then follow it past the nasal, expelling all the air from the lungs and feeling a slight crunch in your abdomen. And again, breathing like that, inhale through the nostrils, sending that breath deep down, belly breathing, feel the lower belly expand and fill with life, air, inspiration. And as you exhale, drawing in and up, like somebody's tying a waistband around your waist as your belly button lifts up the body and expelling all the air out of the lungs through the nose to engage our inner core. And just take a few more breaths like that, following your own rhythm. Taking your own exploration with breath here. Yoga is a breathing exercise where we just join our movement with it. So throughout our practice, I would like you to stay focused on this breath. And should your mind begin to wander, just with love and compassion and joy, just with a silly little smile to yourself, reminding yourself, oh yeah, coming back to the breath. Coming back to the breath. With no pressure, be good with yourself, be easy. It's a beginner's process and it's a beautiful journey. So now begin to keep that breath. On the next exhale, draw the chin down towards the chest. So we begin to open up through the back of the shoulders. Try to keep the shoulders still sliding down the back if they're creeping up. And then just breathe into this tight spot where our neck meets our back. Sending breath into the back lungs and exhaling that slow and controlled breath out of the nostrils, still engaging the core. And then on the next exhale, so taking that inhale deep into the pelvis. On the next exhale, you begin to draw some semicircles with the neck, just beginning to wake up the sides of the neck. Inhaling to move and exhaling as you get that ear over towards the shoulder, hairy face, stretching out that side, down the side of the shoulder. So inhaling to move and exhaling as you get to the stretch part so that you can really release those muscles that get tight. And if that feels good and that feels safe, without throwing the head back on the next one, just gently you can begin to bring that circle around, bringing the gaze up to the top of the room, to the ceiling, inhaling to draw that semicircle across the chest, and exhaling to open up and feel that expansion through the neck and through the back and through the shoulders, hopefully. And then once you've done a few circles in one direction, keeping the balance, bring those circles around in the other direction. Breathe a little bit of extra time. If there's any tight spaces, you can take an extra inhale, exhale there, without judgment, without analysing, just following the breath and listening and respecting the body exactly where it is today. And then just finishing the circle that you're on, come to find stillness. And then we're going to circle through the arms up overhead. Bring that gaze up towards the hands. The hands can come to prayer to meet if it's successful. If not, shoulder height is absolutely fine. Inhale, grow tall to expand. As you exhale, bring the left arm down to the mat. Inhale, grow tall up the right side, tiptoe the left fingers out, and as you exhale, bending over to the left side, opening up on the right side, gazing underneath that right armpit. Take a nice inhale here, sniffing the pits. Slow and controlled exhale. You can be up on the hand or down on the forearm here, wherever is enough of a stretch for you, but keep those sit bones connected to the ground. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale as you bring that right arm down to the mat, grow tall through the left side. Exhale, tiptoe those right fingers out, taking a bend over to the right side, gazing under the left armpit. Give that armpit a nice big sniff. Slow and controlled exhale from the core. Staying in tune with that breath. Inhale, come back through center. This time bring opposite hand to knee for a twist. So right hand, left knee. Inhale, so the back hand just comes slightly behind you. Inhale, grow up tall through the spine to start. And exhale, so you get the twist from your belly button, coming to gaze over that left shoulder. And then inhale, come back through center. Exhale, going on the other side. Inhale, grow tall first up the spine before you twist. Exhale, twisting from the belly button, gazing back over that right shoulder. Exorcist style, all the way around, no, don't all around. Inhale, come back up through center. Exhale, bring the hands to the side of the body. And then we're going to roll over on the knees, or just find your way over to tabletop position. And just make sure that you're placing the hands directly underneath the shoulders, so the wrists are in line with the shoulders, and the knees are in line with the hips. You can tuck the toes at the back if you have any knee troubles, just to avoid any strain. And please make sure the fingers are nice and wide and displayed, so we don't dump weight in the wrists. And we're just going to take a few circles, just bringing the weight of the heart and the chest forward over the wrist slightly, and then bringing the bum back down towards the heels. Again, following your breath, maybe inhaling as you come forward, exhaling as you move backwards. It's absolutely up to you which order you do it in, but find that rhythm. Close your eyes, make it sensual. Listen to your body, listen to your breath, and then bring those circles around in the other direction. And then come to find stillness. We'll go for a few rounds of cat-cow. So as we inhale, we want to soften the belly, drop the belly down, widen out through the bum and the sit bones, lift the heart and the gaze, lifting the tailbone at the back. We're really thinking about opening up the front body. And as you exhale, drawing the belly button in towards the spine, beginning to lift the heart up through the back of the shoulders. Imagine rounding up through the shoulders and pushing the ground away from you with your hand, tailbone, and chin to the last. Again, we'll go for two more like that, following your breath. Inhale, relaxing, opening up the belly, opening up the sit bones, lifting the heart and the gaze. Exhale, drawing belly button in towards spine, heart, lifting up through the middle of the shoulders, rounding tailbone, and head to the last. One more time like that, on the rhythm of breath, and exhale. As you draw the belly button in towards the spine. Round up like a scared cat. Then find a nice neutral position with the body. So belly button, spine, nice flat back. We're going to go for a threading of the needle. So shifting the weight into the right hand. Inhale, left fingertips come up. Engage the core. Stretch up through the left hand. Open up the armpit to the roof. Stretch the fingers nice and wide. As you exhale, glide, slide, slip that left hand underneath the right arm. Come to tap shoulder and ear down, and pressing back into the right arm. Inhale, left fingers unroll, arm unrolls up, opening the heart and the chest. Exhale as you slide it on under the right one. One more time, lifting up that arm, reaching up through the fingertips, opening up the heart and the chest. Exhale as you glide that arm under. This time just come to rest the head a little bit on the mat, rest the shoulder down. Try to keep the hips square, belly button is still drawn into spine, engaging the core. Take a nice inhale through the nostrils. Audible exhale out of the mouth. And really let all the air out so you feel that extra little relaxation that happens when you let all the air out of your lungs. And then pressing into the right hand. Inhale, unroll that left arm back up, stretch, express it one more time. And exhale, bring the left hand back, wrist underneath left shoulder. shift the weight into the left hand. Inhale, begin to unroll the right arm. Lift up through the fingertips, express through the hands, stretch the fingertips out wide. Lifting that armpit, lifting that heart, and exhale as you slide, glide the right hand underneath the left arm. Then pressing back into the left hand, inhale, right arm unrolls back, opening up, lifting the chest. And exhale as you roll that arm underneath the left one. Again, one more time, pressing into the left, unrolling right arm up, stretching out through the fingertips, lifting up to the ceiling. Exhale as you glide it, slide it, place it underneath the left one, and come to rest the right ear, right shoulder down on the mat. Keep the hips square, belly button drawn into the spine. Inhale through the nose. Audible sigh of relief out of the mouth, long and slow. Inhale, press back into that left hand. Reach the right fingertips up, stretch out through those fingertips. Give us a little twinkle, twinkle, little star. Exhale, bring that right hand back down. So we're back in our tabletop position. Now, if the toes are not tucked at the back already, just tuck the toes under. Just begin to shift the bum back a few times, just rocking the bum back towards the heels. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, roll back. Inhale, forward. Exhale back, and this time inhale forward, and as you exhale back, so you can lift the knees and begin to reach the bum back and out towards the back of the room for down dog. Not worrying about trying to straighten the legs here. We can keep a nice soft bend in the knees, is absolutely fine. And we're just going to try and create a nice long line of energy from the top of your sacrum up here to the top of your head, trying to think a nice long spine. Bringing the gaze between your ankles, make sure you're pushing the ground away from you with your hands and rooting down through the index finger of your, the knuckle of your index finger and thumb. This will really help to protect your wrists. Slight inward rotation of the thigh bone here. Take that nice breath in through the nostrils. Slow and controlled out through the nostrils. If you want to, sort of bend and straighten one leg at a time. If that feels good for you, then absolutely go for that. Like I say, you're absolutely fine with very soft knees here. One more breath here in our down dog. And then bring the gaze between the hands. Options to either step the feet to meet the hands. You can get nice and bent in the knees. Don't worry about forward folding. Or if you want, you can jump the feet to meet the hands. Relax the head down, release the head and the neck. Like I say, stay soft and bent in the knees. Inhale here. And as you exhale, so you're going to roll up just to a halfway lift. Bring the hands to the tops of the thighs. Keep nice and wide through the sit bones. Draw the shoulders down the back. Just bring the gaze out ahead, just out ahead of you on the floor. And stay here for 3. I'm trying to reach long with the spine. 2. Keep pressing down with the feet. Allow a gentle bend in the knees. Don't lock in the knees. And 3. Root to rise. Press the feet into the mat. Bend the knees. Inhale. Sweep up the arms. Bring side of the body. Bring the hands up above the head. Gaze up to the thumbs. Exhale. Bring the hands to the side of the body. Samasthiti, mountain pose. Palms open. Receptive mode. Close the eyes gently for a moment. Take a nice inhale through the nose. Send it right down the body and exhale slow and controlled from the core, lower pelvis engaging. And we'll go for a sun salutation. So from here we want to circle sweep the arms overhead. Bring the gaze up towards the thumbs, bringing the hands to parallel shoulder height with the spine. As you exhale, sending that bum back, widening through the sit bones, hinging from the hips, leading with the heart, forward fold. And again, you can allow that bend in the knees. You do not need to have straight legs. Release the neck at the bottom, gaze in between the legs. Don't worry if you're really bent in the knees. I'd rather you're bending in the knees than rounding up through the back like this. So if you have to bend in the knees, this is still a forward fold. Staying here for a breath. And then inhale. Exhale so you can roll back up into that halfway lift. Again, finding the thighs or the calves with the hands. And just for a moment, then we're going to exhale, forward fold again, aiming that belly towards the thighs. Stay soft and bent in the knees. Place the hands down, make sure the whole palm of the hand is placed down. And step the feet back into our down dog. Again, even that nice soft bend in the knees is absolutely fine. Thinking a nice long line with the back. From here, bend into the knees and then begin to draw the right knee in through the center, shifting the weight up into the hands, and then just place that right foot down between the hands and just drop the left knee down as we come into a low lunge. Inhale, wave that spine long if you're compressing. Exhale here, inhale to prepare. And as you exhale, so you can ripple the spine up. Coming up into an active low lunge, reaching up through the fingertips, press down through that front heel and foot. And if you feel any strain on the knee or pinching the hip, just lift the toes and see where you want to go naturally. Maybe you have a slight turn out of the foot, that's absolutely fine, as long as your front knee is in line with your toes. Inhale, reach up tall through the hands, and exhale, wave the arms down to the side of the body. Inhale, wave them up. Exhale, wave them down, staying nice and engaged, using that belly breath, drawing in and up on the exhales. Inhale, widens out, that warm, wide breath in the lower pelvic bowl. Exhale, drawing in and up. And then just bring the hands to prayer at heart center. And if you can, just see if you can bring that left hand down to the mat. And if you can't reach, now might be a good time for the cushion. Press the left hand down to the mat. Reach the right arm up, coming in for a twist. Opening up that armpit and again lifting the heart up towards the ceiling. Gaze up towards your fingertips that are up in the air. Stay for 3. Continuing that engaged breath. 2. And 1. Exhale, frame that front foot. Tuck the back toes. Lift the back knee. And see if you can just bring that right foot back into our down dog. Coming in on the other side, so bend in the knees first, and then begin to draw that left knee up through the core, engaging the core, hugging the belly button towards the spine. Exhale, put the left foot down for low lunge. Ripple spine long. Exhale here, inhale to prepare. Press into that front foot, ripple spine up. Keep drawing that right hip forward, staying nice and wide through the sit bones, pressing into that front foot. Again, if there's any strain in the knee or pinching in the hip, just lift the toes, see where they want to go naturally. Just make sure your knee is in line with your toes. Inhale, reach up tall through the hands. Exhale, waving the hands down to the side of the body. Inhale up. Exhale, slowly control down. Inhale up, one more. Exhale, slow and control, drawing that belly in and up. Then bring the hands to prayer at heart center. And if you can, just bring that right hand down. Start to lift the left fingertips up, unrolling things nice and long through the spine still. Gaze up to the left fingertips, we'll stay here for 3. Be careful not to dump weight into that hand. Lift up a little through the shoulders. You do not need to put all your weight into your hand. You're stronger than you think. And 1. Exhale, frame that foot. Lift that back knee by tucking those toes. And then just bring the left foot back to meet the right one. Back in our downward facing dog. Bend into the knees, look towards the hands. Step or jump the feet to meet the hands. Stay nice and soft in the knees. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, rolling into that halfway lift. And then again, exhale, soften, forward fold. Press the feet into the mat. Bend in the knees, root to rise, sit bones wide. Come all the way up to standing. Exhale, the hands to the side of the body, Samasthiti, mountain pose. Gently close the eyes for a moment. Connect again with your breath. Inhale through the nose. Filling up the belly, nice belly breath. And exhale, slow and controlled through the nose. Now, coming to stand with our feet hip width apart. And if you're unsure of where that is, or you just want to be super sure you've got it right today, bring the big toes to touch. Bring the heels out about as wide as you feel they can go. And then just bring the toes to match. And then come on your heels and just place your toes down naturally so that you're not pinching anything. From here, we're going to begin to shift the weight into the left foot and then into the right foot. And just begin to sway like that and just start to bring all your awareness into the sole of your foot. Find any dark spaces where you're not pressing into. You're going to need the whole sole of your foot to balance on one foot. So really take this moment to feel Where are you peeling up? Is the big toe coming up? Is the heel not really pressing in? You are your greatest teacher. And you need to listen to your own body because no one can do that for you. And then shift the weight into the left foot. Begin to lift the right knee up. And as you begin to lift that right knee, then soften in that left standing leg. And begin to shift the weight of the heart and the chest forward as you begin to extend the right foot back. Coming through our warrior two. Keep pinning down that left knuckle of the big toe if it's peeling up. And gaze at one point straight out ahead of you. This will help with your focus and concentration. And then we're just going to slowly exhale, begin to just bend against that left knee. We're just going to find the floor as slow and controlled with that right foot as possible. Coming through into warrior two. So turn that back heel in and adjust your stance as you need to. Maybe you need to shuffle the left foot forward, bend into the left knee, squaring the hips forward, around, squaring the hips forward, and reaching out across the arms. Bring the gaze just over those left fingertips. And keep pushing down through the outer edges of your feet so that your legs are nice and engaged. You should be nice and wide through the sit bones and still engaging up through that lower core. And from here, just the option is to sway the arms backwards and forwards, sort of flirting with the idea of coming into our extended and our reverse warrior, but without having to really go too far, just finding a little fluidity in your arms and a little stretch on each side. So as you move the arms back, that back hand can come to the top of the thigh, reach left arm over left ear. Inhale to move. Exhale, bringing that left forearm towards that left thigh, reaching right arm over right ear. And just take two more. Following your own breath. Feeling gorgeous, I hope. Connecting with your 90% water, moving like the waves of the ocean. Okay, I'm getting carried away. Come back to stillness through your warrior two. And then just twisting on that back foot, coming in through a high lunge. And from here, start to just tap that back foot up as you shift the weight into the left leg. And eventually, bringing that right knee back up and placing it back down next to the left. Keep hip width apart again. So bringing, if you're feeling like you're not hip width apart, bring the big toes to touch, bring the toes forward again. Finding that hip width apart distance. And again, we'll just shift the weight, rocking backwards and forwards. Backwards and forwards, left to right. Backwards and forwards. You explore the sole of your foot today. You know it better than me. And then eventually shifting the weight into the right foot. Inhale, left knee comes up. Begin to soften, bend in that right standing knee. And then shift the weight of the heart and the chest forward as you extend the left leg back. Anterior forward tilt of the pelvis to open up the hamstrings. Gaze at one point out ahead of you. Point through the toes. Slow and controlled. See if you can find the floor with that left back foot. And open up into warrior two again. Shuffling those feet out and widening if you need to. Checking that your front knee is in line with your toes. Engaging that lower core. Staying nice and wide through the sit bones, but drawn up through the center. Extending the arms out ahead. Gaze over those right fingertips. Inhale, feel the lengthening across the shoulders and the arm. And exhale, begin that wave-like motion again with the arms. Coming in and out of a slight extended warrior to reversed warrior. And finding your own expression with that. It really isn't supposed to look any one way as long as it feels good in your body. You can do what you want with it. You can keep it simple if you want. Just make sure that you're doing something that feels nice for you, something empowering. And then just take your last one. And then as you shift it forward, just trying to maybe adjust the stance out a little wide, rolling round on the ball of that left foot again. Bring the hands to prayer at heart center for centering and balancing. And again, we just tap that left foot back, start to shift some weight into the right foot. And when you're feeling confident, draw up through the core, lift the knee. Exhale the foot down to the side next to the other one. Good job. And then just bring the feet out about as wide as the mat. Toes come outward, heels can come inward. circle, sweep the arms overhead, sit that bum right back, wind out through the sit bones and come through Malasana. But don't worry, we're not going to stay, we're just going to shift back onto our bum, coming all the way to a seated position. And like stretching out the legs out in front of you, extend the legs, and just take a moment, just pull the fat out from your bum so that you can feel where your sit bones can connect to the ground. And you can start to get a better knowledge of exactly how this whole pelvic region works, which is going to help you to teach yourself better how to do these folds and just be more safe throughout your life. So a nice soft bend in the knees. We don't want to lock the knees. Nice and soft. Inhale, we can circle sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, think about waving, water falling from the pelvis down over the legs. Again, look, my knees are bent. There is no need to straighten out the legs right away. Inhale, grow tall through that spine, even in the fall. And exhale, using the lower core to draw your belly closer to your thighs. And if your belly is nowhere near your thighs and you're like this, bend the knees. Better to go from here. And with each exhale, slowly start to walk the feet out as you create more space and protect your lower back. And then when you do start to get further into your fold, you'll do so safely and correctly. So let's take 3 more breaths here. Inhale, creating space in the body. Exhaling, seeing if you can go a little deeper, maybe pointing the toes. 2. And 1. Inhale, bring the gaze up if the head is bowed. Begin to walk the hands up the legs to bring the body back up to a seated position. And then bringing the soles of the feet flat to the ground. Bring the palms of the hands flat to the ground underneath the shoulders. And we're going to lift up from here, so we want to press into the feet. Actually release the bum, do not squeeze into the bum. Then you can squeeze the inner thighs together even though the feet are separate. So inhale to prepare. Exhale, lifting up into a reverse tabletop, and you can release the neck at the back if it feels good. If not, just looking straight out ahead. Press into the feet. Squeeze the inner thighs together, we'll stay for 3. Keep that breath going. Inhale, filling up the belly. Exhale, and drawing the belly button up the front of the body. And 1 more breath. And exhale, release. Bring the bum down to the mat. Good job, guys. It's an intense one. Come to lay down on your back. Bring the soles of the feet flat to the ground. And just check in with your Achilles heel. Give it a little tickle. Hey, Achilles heel. Make sure you can touch it. And then we're going to come into our bridge pose. So before we begin for bridge, again, something we can do just to create nice healthy space in the hips and in the pelvis. So just press on the front of your femur. That's your thigh bone here. Just press it away from you, creating space here in these sockets. Pressing them away. Maybe even want to tilt the pelvis up and down a few times. Check that you're not pressing the lower back into the mat, and then you're not pinching up into an extreme arch here. Just somewhere in the middle is a fine balancing act. And then place the palms down flat to the ground. As you inhale, begin to lift up the bum by pressing into the heels and the big toes. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Try not to squeeze the bum. Release the bum. Allow that the tailbone is pointing down towards the mat. And then once you're up a little bit, then you can shuffle some weight more into the shoulders and interlace the fingers under the bum. And then press the hands into the mat. But again, remember where not to squeeze the buttocks. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Press the big toe and heel into the mat. And continue that belly breathing. Will help you to release the bum. Exhale, draw the belly button up the core line. And last breath here. Undo the hands if they're interlaced, and exhale, slowly bringing the bum back down to the mat. Bring the knees in towards the chest while keeping the sacrum, lower back connected to the ground. And just take a little rock from left to right. Feeling a little sacrum massage. Making that rock as big or as small feels good for you. And we're going to come up into our shoulder stand from here, so we can leave the knees in towards the chest. Press into the elbows, start to draw the knees in towards the body and catch the bum in the hands. So catch the lower back bum in the hands. Now if this is quite enough for you, this is still an inversion, then you can stay here. But if you want to start to slowly work on straightening the legs out above, maybe walking the hands further up the back. And once you you find wherever you feel comfortable in this inversion today, whether the knees are in or legs extended. We'll stay here for a few breaths. The benefits of these inversions are that by changing our blood flow and running the blood flow in the opposite direction, we actually get rid of stagnant energy that's built up, which can help in the aiding of creating new neural pathways for positive, more healthy thought life, just by undoing those blockages and just changing the circulation and instructing the nervous system to act upside down, which is really good for it. Now drawing the knees back in towards the body if they're extended. And you can start to slide the hands back towards the bum as you lower the back down towards the mat. Give your ass a little grazing. Extend the left leg. Extend the left leg straight. Keep the right knee bent. Right foot comes in next to the left knee. Extend the right arm shoulder height. Bring opposite hand to the outside of the knee, so left hand to the opposite side of the right knee. And while keeping that right shoulder pinned to the mat, on an exhale, begin to twist the right knee over to the left side. Please do keep that right shoulder connected to the mat. It's so much more important than getting that right knee over to the other side. And staying with that nice breath here. Using the core to take you a little further in the twist on those exhales. And then inhale, come back through center. Just switch up the feet and arm positions. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, twisting over to the other side. Keeping that left shoulder pinned down to the mat, gazing over the left fingertips. Left foot is just by the right knee. Inhale, fill that pelvic bowl up. Exhale, still drawing the belly button up the front line of the core. And inhale, come back through center. Squeeze up into a ball, squeeze into your knees, squeeze your head towards your knees, squeeze everything, absolute tension in everything. Squeeze your nose, squeeze your ears, squeeze your head, squeeze your toes, squeeze your feet, squeeze your butt. And exhale. Release everything down to the mat for Shavasana, our final resting posture. So you can just shuffle the hips around a little bit, make sure that you're nice and level, shuffle the shoulders down the spine, let the feet flop out wide and heavy to the side, allow the backs of the hands to come to the ground so the palms are open, and take a nice slow inhale through the nose. And a slow exhale through the nose. We don't need to do our yoga engaged breathing anymore. Here's the part where we can rest and let our body and our cells and our nervous system just soak up and save all of the hard work that we've done, all of the space that we've created, and new lessons we've taught our body and how to move and how to breathe. So just using your breath as a way of staying out of the monkey mind, the mind that is always wandering. And don't worry that it will wander, but each time that you check in and notice it and bring it back to breath, you're training your brain like you teach a child or a dog, just to keep coming back. And eventually it will take the path of least resistance, and you'll find that you have much clearer thought life and so much more control over your emotions, less of a reactionary being. So there's a lot of benefits to just coming back to that breath. And it's something you can always do. You're always breathing. It's always with you. And it is the force behind all life and all creation. There is so much more to our breath than we're checking in with. And just for a few rounds of breath now, if you're staying with me in the Shavasana, I hope you will. It's a really good resting place for the mind and body. I'm going to teach you a breath that is actually how people quit smoking, and it's a way of calming the nervous system and put you in your rest and relax mode and out of your fight or flight. And we do so by this double down breath. So we're going to inhale for a count of 3, hold for a beat, and then exhale for a count of 6. Staying exactly where you are here, let down. So exhale everything out of the lungs first. And then inhale, 2, 3, hold. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, hold. Exhale, through that breath. Or think of something that you're grateful for in this moment and just repeat it in your heart space. Maybe you're grateful for a cup of coffee or drink after this practice, the sun shining in the sky, a nice dinner planned for the evening, whatever it is for you. It can be small, it can be big. And allow a soft smile on the face at the thought of that gratitude washing over your body and increasing your joy and potential for a great day. And you can wiggle the fingers and the toes, gently bringing yourself back into your body in this time space reality. And when you're ready, rolling over to your favorite side, placing down a hand next to the face. When you're ready, you can press into that hand and begin to roll the body up, follow the core line, follow your center. Coming into a nice, easy cross-like position. And stay in tune with all of those things that we've checked in with the body, sitting up nice and straight, strong foundation along the spine. Inhale, circle through the arms with me one last time. Bring the hands to ground, heart center. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice. We always bow to the teacher within. You're here to learn how to guide yourself better through life. And it's a magical experience. Thank you for sharing it with me. Namaste.